City finances were discussed at the Lloydminster City Council meeting today. As Annika Notfate explains, some residents in the city will be paying more when it comes to living fees.
Today at City Council, changes are in store for those who live in trailer parks as councillors confirm that daily fees are on the rise.
A rate increase of I guess 47 cents, putting it up to $1.50 as of January 1st, 2015. Subsequent to that, they'll put another increase in place, 50 cents more, that will go into effect January 1st, 2016.
Also, 50% over budget for the disaster recovery infrastructure technology doesn't raise too many feathers, as councillors say it is important.
The amount that I'd budgeted was $80,000 and the cost came in at, I believe, $126 something.
We'll have details on some of these stories tomorrow on Newcap News. Reporting from City Hall, Annika Notfate.
As we told you about last week, Lloydminster MLA Tim McMillan is stepping down from his position and leaving politics as he moves into his new role as president of the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers. Earlier today, McMillan joined us in the Newcap News studio to talk about his time in politics and explains why he decided to move into the private sector. And we're joined with Saskatchewan Party MLA Tim McMillan. Now, Tim, MLA for now until September 30th, as you just announced, you are stepping down here.
That's right. Another week and a bit, but it's been a great 7 years.
So tell me about your 7 years here. What first got you into politics?
I think a lot of reasons. There's no one reason that people get into politics, but a general feeling that Saskatchewan could and should do better. I grew up here, and we're so close to the Alberta border, and we kind of were the tale of two provinces for a long time. And I had my own business, I had a young family, and it was something I wanted to be a part of.
So tell me about your experiences over the last 7 years. I'm sure a lot of highs, but a lot of lows. Tell me some of the challenges specifically.
I guess my biggest fear when I first got elected was the people of Lloydminster constituency would send me to Regina to speak on their behalf, and there wouldn't be an avenue to get the voice heard. And I was very relieved early on that in our party and the structure of our caucus that everyone has a very effective voice in the decision making. But yeah, there's been a lot of highs and lows. One early on was we passed a private members bill to protect the wild ponies in the Bronson Forest. That was an example of where the grassroots really can recognize issues and we can find real solutions. There was certainly some challenges along the way too. I don't know, I have an easier time remembering the positives than I do the negatives.
As we all do, I'm sure. And now a move to the private sector. President and CEO of the Canadian Association of Petroleum Producers, rather. Why the move?
Again, I don't think there's any single reason, but one of the things I've enjoyed most since I've been elected was doing the politics of the energy industry. For one part of my political career, I was Minister of Energy and Resources, and dealing with issues around pipelines and development and ensuring it's done sustainably was something that I very much liked and felt that I was doing a good job of. Coming from the riding of Lloydminster, being able to have an impact on energy issues has a major impact on my constituency. With this move, I'm able to do that type of work almost every day. And I think Canada and Saskatchewan has great potential if we get our energy development and get it done right. So I'm looking forward to having a voice at that table.
And time again for a Retrospect, this week from the archives, our weekly recollection of past news reports. This week, Brian Hardy brings us a story of the passing of the man who helped build the border city, as well a story of the raising of a long-time Lloydminster establishment.
It's September 2000 and the old is giving way to progress.
Reduced to rubble. This is what's left of the RJ Noise dealership. Broken concrete, twisted metal, and shattered glass. After a long history in the border city, the building came crashing down today. 35 years ago, the Noise family bought the property and have since been the owners of a successful dealership. The Noise have now moved locations to the south end of the city. It's a move that means different things to those who have lived in this area for many years.
It's kind of sad to see some of the older buildings because we don't have too many in Lloydminster, but it's the end of it. I call it progress, and that's what we're getting.
We're just pleased to be in a city that's progressing so fastly, and there's great things ahead for Lloydminster.
So while one era has come to an end here today, another is just beginning.
Rochelle Chandria, NewsHour.
This week in 2010, we mark the passing of a Lloydminster icon.
Ray Nelson, seen here with his late wife in 2006, was a crucial piece of the Lloydminster puzzle. When he opened Nelson Lumber, he was one of the biggest employers in the city, and ever since, he pushed to make Lloydminster a better place.
He brought this city to a spot where he put us on the business map. He put us on the political map in many ways.
He fought for the business of the Husky Upgrader Superstore and Lakeland College, arguably businesses that allowed the city to grow in leaps and bounds.
He's left quite a legacy in this city of Lloydminster.
Family members say he lived the lessons he tried to impart and hope his name here lives on. Whitney Stinson, Newcap News.
Join us next time for an up-close look at a military exercise on Retrospect, this week from the archives.